I want to start going to the gym and get shredded so women can finally look at me. The only one who's going to look at you is other dudes. And I hope you like that because it's only going to increase from here. I don't train so I can look the way I look. I look the way I look because of how I train. And if you get into this mindset of trying to work on your physique as a goal, you want to get shredded, you want to look good, the only thing you're going to attract from here is problems. Many problems. All the problems. See, I used to be like you, an adventurer. But then I took a kick to the head, an arrow to the knee, and a knee to the face. One of the first sports I started with was fighting. It only went downhill from there. Because I was by far the scrawniest and the weakest one in the group. And I saw all those muscled up people, including my trainer, was an absolute beast. Used to go to the special forces. And I thought to myself, if I only looked like this, all of my problems would disappear. So I started pumping, hypertrophy, going through biceps curls, leg extensions, triceps extensions, like a goddamn moron. As if that would help. As if being big is gonna take care of my lack of character and personality. Which of course, it only made worse. Because now additionally to my lack of character, I also had an ego. Look at me, I'm 18. I am shredded. I have muscles. I'm looking good. Why doesn't anyone love me? Why can't I love myself? And how is this healthier than being a scrawny, weak-ass kid? I'll tell you how. It's not. If you think the gym is what's going to give you the confidence you're lacking, then I have very bad news for you. Confidence is cultivated from the inside. It doesn't matter how big your muscles are. It doesn't matter how shredded you are. If nobody cared about you before you got ripped, then chances are the same people are not going to care about you after you get ripped. And that is actually a good thing. Because if they did, then you definitely know that they're just superficial and that having them in your life is a detriment and not a benefit. If your goal is to get shredded, I would suggest you let go of that goal. Because not only are you not going to benefit from it, no one else is going to benefit from it either. However, what you're definitely going to get from that is a combination of eating disorders, body dysmorphia, and a constant hate for yourself, the world around you, and what you have to do to maintain this physique, which in the end, you're gonna die anyway. Nobody cared, and nobody will care. If your goal is to be healthy, to be fit, and through that, you cultivate a strong, fast, flexible body, then you're definitely on the right track. Not only will you look better than 99% of people juicing it up and going to the gym, pumping iron, they're also probably gonna live a lot longer, way longer. People assume having six-pack abs and low body fat is the pinnacle of being healthy. Like, look at you, god damn it, you're so healthy. Probably don't eat any sugar. You've got it all under control. I will be the first one to tell you, not only is that not correct, but chances are the more built and the more shredded people are, the higher the likelihood that they suffer from all of these problems that most people want to get rid of. Body dysmorphia, eating disorders, lack of confidence, and they're probably faking it. I know this from experience, because I used to be this person. So I'm here to tell you that nobody cares. Nobody cares about you, your journey, your physique, as much as they care about themselves. Which means that the only thing that you have to worry about is you caring yourself. I know a lot of people who can't muster up the confidence to go to the gym because what if people will look at me? I'm here to tell you that truly Nobody gives a shit. And if they do, the shit they give might be like a little hamster shit. If you've ever seen a hamster take a shit, it's tiny. It's really, really tiny and dense. You can be the tiniest, most out of shape troglodyte, and you could walk in the gym and you will barely get a glance. And you can be the most in shape, beautiful person, and you're still not gonna get a glance. And if you do, it's not gonna be for the reasons that you think. If you are the former and people look at you, chances are you're making them feel better about themselves. And that has literally nothing to do with you. If you are the latter, chances are you're making people feel worse about themselves. That's also not about you. If you knew how many clients I do not accept to work with because their goals fit this exact narrative, I want to get shredded, I want to look good, and this is the extent of how much they have thought about it, be it because they can't get laid, they don't have any confidence, you would go crazy. In fact, most people who start out at the gym, just like myself, start with those exact same goals. I did, most of the people I know did, most of my colleagues did, and chances are, if you're already training, you did too. And you only find out it's a trap when it's too late, when you've already put in too much work, too much effort, and it has become your whole personality. Do you think being shredded and going to the gym is a personality, or even part of a personality? I have even more bad news for you. That's a lack of personality. You're filling your basket with nonsense. Everything that makes sense has been lost to you, especially young ones. They don't have any direction in their life. Neither did I. And chances are, whatever tiny bit of direction I have now, I will lose over the course of the next years. They call it a midlife crisis, which is bullshit, because life is a crisis. Don't get me wrong, life is good, but I'm saying that because life is the only thing I know. If I knew anything else, and if there was something to compare it to, who knows, maybe life isn't that good. You're thrust into it without a rule book. If you are lucky, you're born in a white country. If you're not that lucky, you're not. You're born to good parents or shit parents. 90% of your life, you will have zero control over. And the tiny bit of control you have, you want to give up to other people. You want to look good for other people. You want to be shredded for other people, so other people can love you and admire you. If you can't let go of that, then just these 10% of freedom you have are totally wasted on you. And I mean that with all due respect, which for most people is very little, because respect is earned, not given. And since I haven't earned your respect, chances are you haven't earned mine either. That doesn't mean I have to be mean or a bad person. It just means that I have to prioritize myself before I prioritize others. And when someone comes to me with the goal of, I want to be big, I want to be shredded. Why are you so shredded and why am I not? Why can't I look like you? I know that they're not prioritizing themselves. They are prioritizing whatever their societal bubble is telling them is important. And I don't want you to pay for that because I charge a lot of money. Because what I do takes a lot of effort, mentally and physically. If you're not in it for yourself, then I can't, with good conscience, charge you anything, which is why all the videos here are for free. I'm making a net negative with this channel. I'm paying more in time, more in effort, and more in equipment than this channel has ever made me. And that's a good thing, because if everything I do has to give me something in return, then once again, I am not prioritizing myself. Prioritizing myself in this regard means that I enjoy the creative process and helping other people. Prioritizing myself when it comes to the gym means that my goals are self-oriented. I want to be fast because I want to feel fast. I want to be strong because I enjoy feeling strong. I want to be loose and limber because being loose and limber feels amazing and gives me more time, energy, and space to practice the things that I enjoy about life. And if a side effect of that is looking good, then I will accept it with dignity. And if the side effect of that is being fat and looking like a roll of dough because I'm a power lifter and I don't care about flexibility and I don't care about speed, but I do care about strength, then I will accept that with dignity. Now this might seem very condescending to a lot of you. So what? You know better than I what is good for me? What if my goal is looking good so I can get laid? How's that a bad thing? And maybe you're right. Maybe a lot of people actually do want to look good for themselves. But I don't believe that. In fact, I am pretty sure that most people who do want to look good do not want to do it for themselves. Because if no one was there to see you, you would be swimming in your own laziness. Maybe that is just projection. Maybe I have a weak mind. Maybe I don't have what it takes to be a good human or a good person, and I'm just projecting that onto others. But what if I'm not though? You ever thought about that? What if that's not just my opinion, dude? So I would suggest you frame it like this. If you were the most beautiful person on this planet, you're already in tip-top shape in what is acceptable in our society, and there is no more going up the ladder. What would you be doing? Would you be bodybuilding? Would you be powerlifting? Would you be doing calisthenics? Or would you just be sitting on the couch and enjoying the benefit of being able to be lazy? And if you can ask yourself that and be truly honest with you, the answer to that is probably what you should be doing, fitness or health-wise. If your answer to that was, I'd probably be sitting on the couch, eating Cheetos and watching my favorite series, and I wouldn't be caught dead in a gym or doing any physical activities, then you have your answer. That is what you should be working on. But if your answer is probably playing frisbee golf or some shit, then that's also what you should be doing. But if your answer is that you would be bodybuilding, then that tells me two things about you. One, you're probably mentally ill. I am joking. If that is truly what you want to do, and it's an actual goal of yours from an intrinsic motivation, then that is very likely what you should be doing. So if there is anything you can take from my useless rambling today, is sit down, shut the f up, in a dark room, turn off your phone, turn off any distractions, imagine yourself as the hottest, strongest, fastest person in the world, and ask yourself, all right, what would I be doing now? I know that's very hard because most of us are ugly and weak and soft and slow. But I'm pretty sure you can develop the mental capacity to think like that, even though I have not reached this level of enlightened nirvana yet. And take that answer and live by it. Every day if you can, once a week if you can't. And if you never live by it, at the very least know that you thought about it, and that makes you better than 99% of all the people you see going to the gym, sitting on machines and doing curls. I hope you enjoyed today's positive message. And I'll see you tomorrow.